a united opposition or a divided opposition? That really is the big question this evening. Joining us, Pawan Verma of the JDU, GVL Narasimha Rao of the BJP, and C.R. Keshavan, the spokesperson of the Congress. Mr. Keshavan, to you first. There were only 8 of 16 opposition parties who came to your joint press conference. How is the opposition united if they want to take on the government on demonetization or on any other issue, frankly?
Vishnu, after this heartless, mindless and ruthless demonetization initiative by the BJP government was enacted and, thrust upon the people. You remember on November 23rd in Parliament near Gandhi statue, about 13 parties, got together and we, expressed our protest against the inability and the ineffectiveness of the Prime Minister to address the people on the sufferings.
But then how today come only 8 was opposition parties
we had
came
an
today?
8-party opposition today. Can I complete? Yeah, I'm just coming there. You had about 100, these 8 parties have about 174 MPs and 1,290 MLAs. Some parties may not have come on, certain differences. Parties can, differ on state issues, but I think all the opposition is united, on this demonetization move, which has been a black mark, on India's history. And I think the most important question is this, Vishnu. This has been not just an inept and irrational decision, it's been the most insensitive government. 20 lakh people have lost their jobs and 130 people have lost their lives because of this demonetization move. And the question is, after December 30th, as the Prime Minister promised after 50 days, let me ask this. Where does who fixes the responsibility? Where does the buck stop?
Sure,
the Prime Minister
and we'll come to that. I just want to focus on the meeting that happened.
Will things go back to normal after December 30th?
Yeah. Oh, we'll come to that in just a moment. But Mr. Verma, you were one of the parties that never attended. The views of the JDU on demonetization in phases have been different. If you look at the opposition, there's the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party, the BSP and the SP. They won't see eye to eye. The Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party will not see eye to eye. The left and the Trinamool will not see eye to eye. Belatedly, your party and the Trinamool will not see eye to eye. So is this opposition unity business? Can we safely put it away and say it's all rhetoric?
Let me make 3 points to you, Vishnu. First of all, the JDU and Mr. Nitish Kumar himself, I believe, have taken the most consistent policy from November 8 when this decision was announced. To begin with, we said that if the intent of the government is to curb corruption and eliminate black money or reduce it, we are with the government. Secondly, on the matter of implementation of this move, we have made certain criticisms. And thirdly, we said that this move needs to be followed up by moves against black money in Benami property, black money in the illegal liquor trade, black money abroad, and black money in gold and bullion.
Right.
And thirdly, and this is the most important point I'm making, we took this decision after a structured meeting of the party chaired by the national president, Mr. Nitish Kumar, and we have now said that the Prime Minister had asked for 50 days. When 50 days are over, the party will meet again to see what has been obtained or gained or lost during this period. We will review the situation and come out in a considered way with due application of mind with what our position on this is.
Why were you not?
This is an important question.
Why weren't you at the meeting?
Quite simply, I'll tell you, quite simply, I think you are overstating the fact that this meeting was meant to denote some kind of opposition unity. I can speak for the JDU. We did not receive an invitation.
Right.
Mr. Nitish Kumar is the national president of the party.
Right.
He was not invited by anybody formally for this meeting.
Informally was he invited?
In our case, since there is no question of an informal invitation. Let me clarify to you. And none was made to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
And especially since we have already said in advance that we will meet after 50 days at the first opportunity to review what the government
made an important point. I want to get the Congress to respond to this.
Just a minute, sir. The question of meeting now did not arise.
Mr. Keshavan, why did the Congress party not call the JDU? They have their own reasons, which Mr. Verma has stated. But why did you not? They're an important opposition party. Why have you not called them?
I am not, see, let me say this, everybody knows the view of Mr. Nitish Kumar on the note ban. He said he supports the Prime Minister, but let's take the example of the Shrimoni Akalidar or the Shiv Sena or even Chandrababu Naidu. These people have all opposed Mr. Modi and they are in their own government. You think they should be called for this too? I mean, I think the fact of the matter is the opposition is united and the people know that they are suffering. Today you go on the roads, there are serpentine lines, and people have, who are feeling their own money are made to be feel like criminals. For hard-working people, when they have money in their house, they feel that they are like criminals. And this is the gift of the Modi government to the, honest people of India and the farmers and the laborers, laborers of India. And this government cannot get away with this. They have to answer and they will be made accountable, because after December 30th, the day this government promised that everything will be back to normal, let us sit here again on this show. Let us have a show on NDTV and let's discuss.
Okay, one more quick question, Mr. Rao, bear with me, I'm sorry, I have to go back to Mr. Verma for this clarification. Sir, you said 50 days. Every political party in this country supports the fight against black money, opposition, government, whichever political party. You have concerns also, like other parties, on the process of implementation. You are going to now take stock of what has been achieved. Assuming you are not happy with what has been achieved, will you join parties like the Congress in presenting a unified opposition fight against demonetization? Will that happen? 50 days is just ending.
If we have said that we will take stock of the situation and review it with due level of inputs coming in, I cannot prejudge what our final review will be.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, one of the points mentioned today, very strong point, was by Mamata Banerjee, who said that the Prime Minister should resign, he should step down, very strong. Is because of the 50-day issue deadline. She says nothing has been achieved, there will be no relief after that. How does the BJP firstly react to that?
We think it's desperate statements by a desperate leader. I think Mamata Banerjee does not have any credibility in this matter, because she, after the announcement was made by the Honorable Prime Minister on 8th of November, within 20 minutes, Mamata Banerjee panicked. Possibly she was sitting on large volumes of cash and she opposed the decision within 20 minutes. I think Mamata Banerjee did not wait even to understand what the entire what the impact of the policy was going to be, and she was simply caught off guard, and she possibly felt quite desperate, and that's the reason why she has been opposing it. I think anybody can demand anyone's resignations. I can also demand Mamata's resignation right now for having opposed a pro-people measure of the Honorable Prime Minister. A large number of states have gone to polls in the last couple of months, and civic, be it local body elections or by-elections, we have won hands down. So are we expecting Congress party president to step down or Rahul Gandhi to resign because his leadership has been rejected by the people? His position on demonetization has been rejected by the people. Congress party wants to get rid of Rahul Gandhi, but they cannot achieve it because it's a family party. So anybody in politics, anybody can demand anyone's resignation. There can be no one can stop them from doing so. But the reality is this move, if it is insensitive because it's attacking corruption, if it's insensitive because it is targeting black money, I think only a corrupt Congress can come up with such an explanation. And people are repeatedly reinforcing faith in the Honorable Prime Minister.
Mr. Keshwar, half a second, but Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, why doesn't the Prime Minister, as the Congress today suggested,
look at how this,
in the Sahara Billah files, why doesn't the Congress, why doesn't the BJP order an inquiry? Why doesn't the Prime Minister accede to an inquiry based on the allegations which have been made?
No, I think we've discussed it umpteen times. I don't want to again. These were considered. These were fictitious paper. Some a piece of a trash paper that Rahul Gandhi shows is not going to really result in an inquiry.
Both Mr.
He has to answer.
And Mr.
Vishnu, I didn't get enough time. Please let me complete my statement.
Okay.
I was on your channel. We discussed about Augusta Westland bribery case. We talked about the family bribes to pay to a political family in India. We talked about an AP on your show, which possibly refers to Ahmed Patel. And have you seen statements from Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi saying we did not receive the bribes? Have you seen a statement from them? Why can't the Congress spokesperson answer How can there be double standards?
Okay, so
they are expecting answers from
now
others.
now he has to answer. Go ahead, Mr. Keshavan, respond to that.
Vishnu, please remember that it's sub judice. This matter is sub judice before the
I want to
Supreme
make
Court.
2 points. Pawanji,
Go ahead, Mr. Keshavan. Mr. Verma, I'll come to you
said
next.
it rightly. Let me take it off from there first. First, I'll answer the Sahara Birla, then I'll come to the next one. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made it very clear, if there is any action to tackle corruption or root out corruption, please take it, we'll support you. If you're talking about, scams, done by the alleged scams done by previous governments, you've been there in power for 2.5 years, please go ahead and take action. Nobody in any party is above the law of the land. Take action and punish the guilty. But why are you shying away from a probe? Here a very clear email from a vice president of Aditya Birla has said, mention the Prime Minister's name, and there are also other papers. Have an independent investigation.
Mr. GVL Narasimha,
the Prime Minister is corrupt or he took
Mr.
money.
Keshavan,
But why are you hedging? Why are you hedging and evading? And evading.
Vishnu,
One more point. No, one point.
Mr. GVL Narasimha, reply because Mr. Verma is also waiting. GVL sir, reply to this. Why are you hedging?
Din was a slogan by this government. Where is
Mr. Keshavan, you made your point. Let him answer.
Vishnu, I think the Congress have been trying their luck from 2002 onwards, raking up one conspiracy or other against the Honorable Prime Minister. They have really done this practically every year. When he was nominated to be a prime ministerial candidate of the BJP, within a month after that, the Birla thing happens, and the whole thing smacks of a conspiracy.
But GVL,
and the Congress party has had
Rahul Gandhi did mention something interesting.
You have had mud on its face every time, and this is what will
but Rahul Gandhi, one second, Mr. Keshavan,
we'll throw it back on you. We'll come back on your face.
It seems that the days of outshouting have disappeared miraculously. That's not started at this stage on this channel, at least. Mr. GVL Narasimha, I was just asking you that Rahul Gandhi today said that, look, Sheila Dikshit doesn't have a problem with a fair inquiry into the Sahara papers. So why does Narendra Modi have a problem? So this is their counter. They're saying, look, we don't have a problem, let it be fair. So that's what they say. How do you respond to that?
It's an idiotic counter to begin with. I have to use strong words.
I think
you show some
better
trash
use of
paper.
language, GVL.
You show
better use of
some
language.
trash paper. You show
what
some
about your
trash
Rajasthan,
paper,
your MP
which is
CM is mentioned, your
fictitious,
Chhattisgarh CM is mentioned.
fictitious,
No, you are so defensive
you want
because
an inquiry
Madhya
based on
Pradesh
that.
Chief Minister
This
is
will
mentioned
not
twice.
happen. This
Your
is not
Chhattisgarh
going to
Chief Minister
happen.
is mentioned.
I
Why
think
don't you
let him
inquire?
go to the court.
Vishnu,
Let
there
Rahul
is
Gandhi,
a mention
let
of the
Rahul
Madhya
Gandhi
Pradesh.
go to the Honorable Supreme Court. Let him plead himself. Let him, he is facing
so
a
All right.
crore.
Can both of you please be silent for a moment? Mr. Verma has not had a word in, and he's kept quiet throughout this process. The last word will go to Pawan Verma. It's a short debate today. Mr. Verma, you had many points to make. Please go ahead and make them.
Now, first of all, I wish to say that on the matter that you are discussing, it is sub judice. It is before the Supreme Court, and if there is evidence, it must be brought before the Honorable Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court has the full freedom, if it considers it appropriate, to order an investigation in this matter. So merely using either Augusta Westland or the Sahara Aditya and Birla papers to paint one each other corrupt or dishonest is not going to serve the purpose. I think in all matters where there is alleged corruption, they should be fully investigated, and where there are the guilty, they should be punished under the process of law. And this matter is before the Supreme Court.
All right.
So I don't see what the discussion is.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Perhaps this sort of mudslinging between all parties needs to end. It is, at the end of the day, so many of these cases before courts and an investigation process at so many levels. We are wrapping this debate up. The question we began with is, where is the unity of the opposition, and will the opposition actually come together in the days ahead on this issue of demonetization, or are the rifts that exist within them strong enough to prevent that from happening? I'd like to thank all of you very much for joining us this evening.